Hello, crackers. Welcome back to the Blackbird Podcast. Are y'all good? How are all the blackbirds, all the crackers? Are you having fun with the sun? I just had two yummy, chunky chocolate pops. Ice cream pops. Chalk ice is yummy. I'll regret it later. I'll be giving out about myself, but I said, fuck it. It's sunny. The kids were just gonna fucking throw them in the bin, you know? So I said, give him to Daddy. Daddy will sort that out. Mm-hmm. I could see me now with the chalk ice stirring the coffee with it. Oh, anyway. Are y'all good? I said I would come in and have a chat before it got too late. It's fucking beautiful weather we're having the last few days. It's really sunny. And that's the way we want it. Let's keep it this way. I've just jinxed myself now. I'll be pissing tomorrow. But speaking of which, I went down. Me and my multiple personalities went off down to Dunbrody this past weekend, and I had this gadget. It's not my gadget. I've got one since, and she's to set it up for me because I'm a retard. But it was just to put the phone, like hands free, I suppose. But I just wanted it so I could have it recording as I'm driving and take in the landscape at that hour of the morning, and as the day comes. Although it was fairly bright when I was leaving, to be fair, there was just some class. We have a beautiful country. It's enchanting, That's the word, enchanting. Even on the way home, and a long day, you're kind of tired, but still you see bits and you're like, fuck, look at that. That's awesome. Totally awesome. Hill after hill after hill, and it's just, there's a magnificence to it. And that's Ireland. It really is enchanting. It's a beautiful place. But I didn't do it. Why? Because I'm an idiot and I had to have the fucking the phone telling me where to go kind of thing. Because I'd get lost. And I didn't know if I could. I was meant to probably do it the day before to see if I could run both at the same time. But I'm such a knucklehead. I am not painting myself in glory here. I know. So I didn't, but take my word for it. I'll probably get it next time because, you're traveling down there, you're driving by yourself, you're thinking, I'm going to get bored. I need to be multi-thinking, whatever. Because the radio can only get you so far when it gets a bit fucking samey, But, so we get to Dunbrody. There was nearly 100 archers at Dunbrody at the weekend, which is fucking big number. It's a great number. And maybe it's because there's so many or so few shoots. The ones that are on are getting packed. Maybe that's the thing. Could be. But I was talking to a few folks about the empty calendar. Although we're coming into a run of shoots there now. I can't go to the first fucking two because they're like, I'm not going there. I'm not in the mood now to be doing that shit. I like to just go there, do the thing, and go home, full of happiness. Having to organize, like staying somewhere and all that jazz, it's like I'm not doing it. If I can't drive there and do the shoot, then I'm not going. So I have like maybe a 2-hour radius. That's where I'm at. Went to Mayo last year. Yeah, Mayo. Went up to Mayo for a shoot last year, and that was like fucking. That took forever and a day to get to. And it's a beautiful place though. The Mayo Archery Club, their grounds are beautiful. Now there's another enchanting buzz. A lot of beautiful places around the country. But hey, it's Ireland. That's what we are. We have beautiful places everywhere. So that was like, that put me off because you get lost. It's guaranteed. You got to factor in, okay, I'll probably get lost. We're looking at an hour maybe. But at this stage, there's a host of clubs down around Dunbrody. You've got in that direction. You've got who have you got? Stanos. They're down around that way. You got and the names just disappear like fucking smoke. I knew it was too good. I was thinking, I'm too confident. Something's gonna fucking go. The Valley Bowman, that's another one. And Wexford Archery Club, that's another one. And Dunbrody. So that's 4, like, and they're fairly close, I think, to each other. Maybe they're not, but it feels that way to me when I'm going that way. So yeah, I went to Dunbrody, and it was awesome. Great atmosphere. I must have a chat with someone about getting better parking for myself. Everyone else can fucking go down the lane. But it was grand. It was just a little jokey. But yeah, got there. I don't know what time did I get there. Maybe 20 to 9, 8:30, 20 to 9. Because I wasn't bombing down the road. I was taking it handy, all legit, legal, taking in the landscape. Then there's old towers and castles peppered all through the landscape, pretty much all the way down there. So, I don't know. It's beautiful. That's what I'm telling you, folks. And I know a bunch of folks are watching the Blackbird from further afield, outside of Ireland. I thought they might appreciate seeing some of this. But I fucked up, folks. Maybe next time. As for Dunbrody itself, I was going down there thinking, right, I had a score in my mind. Because you've a bunch of fucking sharks down there. They're just sharks. Fuckers. Unreal. It's like a school for assassins. And there's a blast from then getting ready for like the World Championships in Africa in a few weeks. South Africa. There's a blast from there's a few from our club. Red Fox Archers going. Mark Daly's going. And the lovely lady whose name escapes me, and I'm terribly sorry. Yet again, there goes my parking for sure now. She's going as well from Dunbrody. Excuse me. So yeah, they're all on point. They've been managing to get out and get in their hours. I'm not really great at that now at the moment, but the way the weather's turning, I've been creeping there. And I was happy to say that my shooting, I started off, I thought, pretty good. I was very happy with the beginning. And it was kind of in the middle of the day where I kind of went to shit. I just started missing targets. I was glancing off of targets. I was hitting branches. The focus, the bow fitness wasn't there. But then I managed to... Actually, it was more near the end of the day. But I finished on a beautiful shot at 60 yards. 1 arrow, boom. Happy days. But I don't know I think what happened was, along with the bow fitness or lack of, I think what happened was I was thinking, fuck, I'm doing pretty okay. I'm hitting them. A lot of first arrow hits. I was delighted. So I was thinking, you know what, maybe if zone in on the X's and bump up the old numbers. And then I started missing like a motherfucker. But my gauging at distances and stuff, I was getting happy with that. Even though there was a lot of them there. Because of the size of the target, you'd be thinking maybe one way. But I try not to think of numbers and stuff. I just want to see it and hit it, basically. Maybe bring the gapping in. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Let's be honest. It's a shit show, but I did okay. I didn't do too bad, but fuck it. Because if I add up the ones that I missed, even at the minimum score, it would have been, my target for the day would have been achieved. But it wasn't, so I don't know why I'm even saying that, but it was a great laugh. Met all the sound heads and usual suspects. McSeri, the birthday boy, happy birthday McSeri, legend. He got a retarded score. It was like a fucking compound score. 5 something, I think. Crazy scores. He's bare bow. It's a dinger. So yes, fun was had, and Dunbrody is looking well. I took some videos when I was having my missed opportunities. I said, fuck it, I might as well do something productive. And I popped them up online, but it looks great. You'd be worried, you'd be thinking clubs are getting a bit big now. They might get a bit... Because all the clubs, I think there's like a fist of... It doesn't matter how many's in the club. There's a core group that are usually the ones that'll kind of... When they get the call, they're in. They go and they get done what needs to get done. It's like with those who go to shoots from every club, there's like a fistful maybe. They're not all going to show up and go to the shoot. That's not what most of them are there for, I guess. But so it's a fistful. It's a minority group. I mean, I know when I get the call or a message saying, oh, X, Y, and Z is needed on this day, I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake, do I really have to go there and do that? I'm like the furthest away from the club. I gotta go 40 plus minutes. And that's on 40 back. It's like, oh, for fuck's sake, I can't be doing this now. I'm just after a day's graft, and then you've the brats. One of them's out there now, fucking making a racket. And you're thinking, if I have the time to spare and want or the mind to be productive, I'd be in here painting. I started one the other day, but it had a frame on it. And I was thinking for a split second, how will I get that off now? And then I thought, fuck it. That frame was put on professionally by framers over from many moons ago. But it was just a painting that was... it was neither here nor there. I wasn't happy with it. And it's still there, so I said, fuck it. I'll paint over the frame and everything. As in, when I prepped the canvas, so it's kind of black. It's all black. The canvas and the frame. It looks great. I should just sign it and leave it. But I forgot where I was going now with that. So yeah, so it's hard to kind of... That brought me into a conversation with a lovely lady below, who's again, my names are shocking. But we were speaking while I think she was giving out raffle tickets, and we had a chat, going on about the lack of shoots, and then compared to last year, I felt there was more, and then it came up, it's a lot of sacrifice and effort for a lot of people, and maybe they were just after last year's efforts. You know what? We'll just skip it this year. Fuck it. We don't have the people. We don't have. People can't commit their time because they're just busy fucking trying to keep up with the cost of living in Ireland. So they're out working, doing their thing. So then that's a different perspective that you wouldn't have thought of before. I didn't. So maybe there is something to that, but still, you know what I mean? No shoots. Come on. 12 months is a long time. But we'll be having ours. And there's more to happen yet. But anyway, back to Dunbrody. Dunbrody's excellent. It's still number one. Still the Real Madrid, I'm happy to say. Because you would be worried that, things get bigger. They change. Sometimes not for the better. You'd be worried. You'd be concerned. Maybe they're taking their eye off the ball. Maybe the details aren't really being, the effort's not really there. But from what I saw personally, super effort was put in. That it was so well done. And I look forward to going there now. I think there's like a paper-faced champion thing down there in May, a 2-day event, which would be awesome. And then there's something else happening, I think, in October, which we'll get on video, because I won't be shooting the October one, I don't think. But while we're on the subject of archery and things striving for excellence and growing and whatnot, I started writing a column for what is it called? The Irish Field Archery Monthly Magazine. And as you probably know, they started doing this archery festival once a year. It's coming up again, maybe August or September or something. Meant to have some of those folks coming on for a chat to talk about that, because I might have said that last year. No one fucking really knew it was even on. You really want to be. This is early doors with this project, if you want to call it that. They need to be pumping it up, like. They need to be hitting many things. It's not just the week before kind of thing. You want to get into the zeitgeist and just yank it up every month. So they'll be coming in soon. But I was just curious if you've ever gone to an archery festival, or if you ever thought of an archery festival. What would you expect at an archery festival? You know what I mean? What would you like to see at an archery festival? What would you like to experience? What would make you go, you know what, I'm going to go to this archery festival, this Tifam festival. It's going to be great. What would do it for you? It'd be great if you could give me some ideas so we can pass them on and bang the drum. Because I think it's the only one in Ireland. And you know, you don't want it to be just fucking... You want it to grow. You want it to establish itself. You want it to be, well, that's a given. That's up there every year. I have a few ideas. I'll be writing them down, discussing them with the gang, if and when they come in. Cowardly boys, come on to fuck now. Come on to Blackbird for a little chat. And I scold the fucking laddie. Resting on laurels and all of this, you know. So yeah, if you've any ideas, or just, you know, I don't fucking know. That's why I'm saying, if you know something that I don't know, or you think, you know, it'd be fitting, because my go-to thing is, right, where else in the world is there fucking archery festivals on? What do they do? Are they boring? And if so, why? And, you know, try to do a little kind of attack it that way. And then look at the music festivals and stuff. And I think it could be... There's room to do so much with a fucking archery festival, like. There really is. I'd be putting it out to fucking bands and musicians as well, to fucking have a trailer in a field up there and just say, look, if you want to come and do some fucking music and sell yourselves, come up to the fucking Tifam Archery Festival. Artists, come and bring your wares. What else? Face painting. People who make trinkets like bracelets under the necklaces and stuff. Earrings. Jewelers, I guess. I'd be banging out all of these people. Come the fuck on. Because you don't want to go for a nice drive and land at a festival and then wonder, am I in the wrong place? There's nothing happening here. And the weather's shit. This is not what you want. Because you'll never try it again. First impressions. So I'll be looking forward to trying to get two of the boys in so we can, you know, have a chat about that. Folks. I'm still very fucking... Am I whistling? It's the first time ever, I think I can recall, that I'm actually fucking can't wait to get to the dentist's office. Get this fucking sorted. So, what else do we do? I was doing this stone job, but while I'm waiting for more stone, I went and jumped on another one that I'm trying to do for someone. Basically, the house is all done. I did some stonework on the house and the entrance there about 2 years ago, maybe. And they're raking back all the ditch. And they wanted stone up against that, just make it tidy looking. And I think they're going to plant stuff, flowers and the like on top of that leather. But they didn't want any cement or anything. They wanted really old style, kind of just... I don't know what the fuck to expect. But I went up, I had a look, and while I was waiting, I said I'll go and I'll just start it. It's some fun. It's some fun playing with the stone when there's no... it's just different, you know, there's a looseness. And it was fun. And I got a nice section done today. And I think it looks pretty fucking cool. pretty cool. But yeah, there's a lot to do there. As in, like, there's a stretch. There's a good stretch. But it'll be nice when it's finished. And probably get back at that tomorrow. So that's what I'm at. Stone fucking mad. I don't know if there's anything else I was doing. My Garda vetting for the coaching course is sorted. Everything is above board, which is great, which sets me up nicely for the second half of the course next month. So I will have my foot in the door, if you will. Coach. Fuck. I was watching some fucking interview with a guy. Bodie. Is that his name? He won the Vegas shoot recently. He's like 18 years old. Fucking guy is just machine. His dad is a coach over in America. And he was on this first podcast. I'm still in the middle of it actually. But at the start of it, the guy hosting the podcast was like questioning the legitimacy of one of his arrows being, called an X or something. I was like, what the fuck? Cheek of this guy. He seemed a little bit cunty. That's all I'm saying. And the Brody guy was just sitting there. 18 years old. Very mature. Very professional. And he was like, no. He was there at the competition. Your man's only watching this on TV. But this Brody guy, he shot the arrow. Looked at the arrow. The judges looked at the arrow. He's like there. He goes, oh yeah, that's an X. Oh, yeah, it's an X. Okay, winner. And this guy then was like, are you sure? Kind of vibe off of him. And I was happy to hear that when he was explaining to the Brody guy that he wasn't being disrespectful. I was, what are you being then, you fucking blind cunt? How could you, plain as day, as the nose on your face, it's an X. This guy, I just thought, it's a funny way to start a conversation with somebody who's just done something remarkable at such a young age, to go and shit all over it. But he did let it kind of loose that when he was talking to Brody's father, who's his manager, I guess, or he's his coach anyway. I don't even know if he has a manager. Probably doesn't need one. So he would have been probably speaking to him to get him on the podcast, because it was a link up. It wasn't a live thing. And I got the impression that your man Brody's father chewed this guy's fucking ear off for talking such nonsense. And this guy now, I got the impression he's meant to be some kind of authority, as most people like to think they are, a fucking authority on archery. It's such an individual thing, lads. But I suppose when you're talking competition archery, there is actually, when I was doing the first part of the coaching course, it is very much an eye-opening adventure when you get the coaching perspective. What they explain why you do this or why you say that or blah blah blah. How you approach this. How you give all these angles and reasons, and it's fucking very interesting. I mean, I'm shooting different now after just doing the first day of the coaching thing, because I implemented what they were saying, and I'm thinking there's a huge difference. And you're mindful of it all the way through the day of a shoot, we'll say. Like full extension, otherwise your ranges aren't what the fuck to you, because if you're not shooting from the same pose, we'll say, then you've changed the dynamics of the energy that's going to the arrow. So if you're fully extended in your first shot, that should be the case all the way through the day. Your bow arm should be fully extended, and you should be landing where you land every time. It's fucking awesome. So I was delighted to hear or get the impression that this Brody's dad fucked this guy out of it. I'd love to have been a fly on the wall for that conversation. Who the fuck do you think you are? You can't. Although the Americans don't say this word, do they? Probably call him a son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. What do you say about my boy? But yeah, that's remarkable. Vegas, that's I love watching clips of that on YouTube. And I was lucky enough now, I found this asshole's podcast, which I'll watch the rest of it and I'll watch some of the other stuff. But if he continues to be an asshole, I shall unsubscribe. You have to have a bit of a giggle, like, you know, but don't go in there straight off the bat. First opening minute, I don't know, is that really a fucking 10 or an X or whatever? It's just cunt behaviour. Then I see him with another guy from a brand. Oh, well, it begins with E. You know what it is. You know. I don't know, because I'm fucking Swiss cheese. But he was way better. He was way more relaxed. There was like, I won't say he was a fan, but he himself, the guy hosting the podcast, would have competed. I think he was saying actually this show was his first year competing in that shoot, the Vegas shoot. It's a big deal, the Vegas shoot. You can make some nice money there and get some good titles and get some good, I suppose, sponsorship deals if you do well. But my God Almighty, it's fucking crazy competition. Mostly I've met a few compounders who've actually taken part in it, but I haven't met anyone from the witchcraft section, which is my section, as I was called down in Dunbrody. There was some bare bow shooters with the recurve bow, and they were like, "What are you shooting?" I said, "Hunter recurve," and they're like, "Oh, that's witchcraft." I think they all tried it, but it just didn't work. It wasn't for them. They're bare bow, and I had a great team actually. Pan the boy, and there was two other lads. First time I met them, and they were stellar dudes, and fucking damn good scores. There's a lot of high scores on Dunbrody at the weekend. And what was I saying? Oh, I'll put a link to those two podcasts on the. You probably know. I'm usually the last to know anything, especially in archery. Like, go up thinking like, did you know about this? I'm like, yeah. You mean you didn't? I guess, all right. Fuck. But I'll put a link I'll do some fucking thing. I'm not going to put a link. Who am I kidding? I'm barely able to put this fucking thing up. But I will put the name of the podcasts in the description. If you're interested in it. I think it's interesting. That's all I'm saying. And I'm looking forward to watching them. It's better watching those. For me, it's better to watch people talking about it instead of people trying to show you how to do shit. Because sometimes when I'm watching people, you don't know who they are. You don't know what their qualification is. And I've seen a lot of people there that shouldn't be holding the bow at all. But on the balance of it, I've seen a lot of people, I'm subscribed to a lot of people, mainly in America. They're always on about hunting. So I guess that's big over there. We can't do that here because it's illegal. Although someone who was asking, would I go hunting if you could? And I said yes, 100%, one time at least. And they were like, no. They were like, fuck no, that's wrong. And I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, what would you do? I said, it'd be the safest deer on the fucking planet if I'm chasing him with a bow and arrow, I can tell you that. But he was saying that he doesn't like it as a sport. I goes, I wouldn't be doing it as a sport. If I shoot something and kill something, I'm going to eat it. End of. But again, it's illegal here, and I'm lazy, and it's not going to happen. So I think they're safe. They're safe out, and I'd be always paranoid about fucking going to these places, because if you're really out in a wilderness situation hunting, because I watch a lot of these hunting guys. I mean, forget about just going hunting. If you're out in that wilderness, there's things out there that can fucking hunt you. Don't be naive. You know what I mean? You can get fucked up very quickly. And there's been a few scary fucking near misses conversations I was listening to, and I was like, fuck, I would shit myself if that happened to me. So yeah, it's like a different world. I don't mind reading it in a book, thinking, wow, that's so cool. I don't mind hearing it in a conversation of professionals. I'll be thinking, damn, that's fucking awesome. But if you come knocking on my door, say, hey, you want to go hunting? I said, no. Not even to film you. I'm not going anywhere. Unless I have a super zoom lens. Give me a satellite or something. But I'm not doing it. But it's the idea of it. You know what I mean? I think you got to understand. I've been watching something there about these guys going on about obesity. And they were doing this somewhere in the 70s. All age groups. They had 20-something thousand that would span over every age group in society. And every creed, colour, whatever. Everyone in society. And all at the same time. Said there was an incline in the severe obesity issue started to just fucking take off all across the board. So it's not like it happened with the young. So then they were like saying, okay, this is this is not normal, you know. So then they wondered what else happened at that time period, and of course, we'll say the commercialization of food, mass production of food, lax fucking regulations in the production of foods, factories, and a lot of fuckery going on with regards to getting people to get your food instead of his food, and basically a blatant disregard for the public's physical, biological health. And it just went and went. It just grew and grew. And he said all the foods were getting softer, therefore it affects your face, your bone structure. This is like before I was born. So a lot of this shit that people are dealing with today is just, it all goes back to the one thing, man. Fucking greed of some corporation somewhere acting the maggot. And that's why I think that's one thing that's great about the internet. You can actually find these things, find these conversations with qualified, you know, people who've put in the hours, who've put in the dedication of a lifetime to study a thing, and have all the fucking, there's no political bullshit affecting they're just after the truth, and they're giving it out then to all these people who are in a position to meet them, talk to them, ask the right question. And then you go down this and it branches off to this, and you can get informed. And it seems, doesn't matter what, I mean, why do you think so many people are taking vitamins and shit? Because you're not getting what you need in the food. I mean, this guy alone, oh shit, I just drowned my lighter. But this guy alone, put my water into this. There was like we had a vomiting bug issue in the house. One of the kids brought it home from school. Sabby, poor little guy. He was fucked for 3 days. And then, because his mother is a dutiful mother, she got it. And then the other little guy got it, Junior. I was the only one who didn't get it. And I was thinking, what's the difference? The difference is I'm the only one who's drinking from these every day. Not all the time. Because water is just, you know, it dissolves shit. But this has like, this is awesome. I recommend you, you know, I don't even know why I brought all this up. Fuck it. Fuck it. I'm swearing too much yet again. So that means it's time to go. Because all I'm hearing is whistling. Whistling. So, what was I on about? Oh yeah, I'll check out the podcasts. And I'll put them in my description. And hopefully you folks might find them interesting like I did. And don't forget to let us know any good ideas for an archery festival. Or things to have at an archery festival. And let's be real now, people. Don't be getting crazy. Don't be putting in some stupid shit. Although if you want to put in, I'll have a laugh. Throw me in if you want. I'll have a giggle. And we'll talk to you soon, my crackers. So stay crazy, stay happy, and be on your merry little way. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye now.